Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 9.
9.
Yeah,
One
9.
one off, and it's actually episode 8, and I'm just dumb. I've been misleading you this whole time.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really look at my titles after I make them, so it could be not 8. Who cares? Anyways, besides the point. The point is actually, yeah, I think you guys can actually see the point of what happened last episode.
Yeah, no, yeah, yep, yep.
Patrick Castor is Apollo's father. AKA, he's accusing his father of murder. That's gonna do well. Anyway.
Attempted murder of the daughter, which is, the last son, Zach's child.
Oh my god, this is just actually crazy. Anyway.
Phoenix.
Patrick Castor.
You think this could be a new motive?
Is your father. Yeah, Paul, that's a great reaction.
If Apollo faints again, I'm not surprised. I was gonna say this like last episode before we ended it.
Oh my gosh!
Yo, that went so fast.
The court devolved into chaos. Everyone was trying to speak at once, trying to shout over each other. Members of the court shouted down at me, showing their support or distaste. But me? I screamed, then went silent. In that moment, I locked eyes with Trucy. In that moment, she was the only one in the world who understood what I was going through. And maybe I was the only one who understood what she was going through. Was her right? Practically her father and all but blood was gone. Me and Athena, we were all she had left. I didn't know how long had passed until... I understand this is an incredible realization, but I'm afraid we need more answers.
You know how many freaking times the trial should have been delayed another day at this point?
I don't know. I think the problem is just they've investigated everything.
True.
But I definitely think there should be at least another recess, but I don't think there's one coming anymore.
I wonder why.
Objection!
Before we continue this trial, I wish to understand how much I hate myself. What exactly was this accident? And why would you abandon your infant son?
Objection? I can tell you why. Mr. Castor?
So funny. The music playing right now is... You know what's so funny? The music playing right now is Forgotten Legend.
It's funny, isn't it?
This is Reminiscence.
I know what theme this is. I have trauma from it.
Tell the audience, okay?
Looking back, you used me, Thalassa.
That's a new motive. Dummy.
Patrick, you have to understand. Oh, trust me, I understand. I understand what a sham the Grimoires are. Mr. Castor, what do you mean? Oh, you of all people should know, Apollo. What it's like to be used? 25 years ago, I was at the height of my early career. I was an up-and-coming sorcerer. I did tricks no one ever dreamed possible. The Grimoires clan was jealous of my power. They were jealous?
They were jealous?
Oh yes, Your Honor. The last Grimoire married me, left Truth Grimoire, had my child, to steal my tricks. What? That is insane. Do you know how insane that sounds? Does he have any idea how insane that sounds? Yes, let that sink in.
I don't want it to.
Patrick,
Patrick, please listen.
Silence yourself, Thalassa. After I discovered Thalassa was expecting, they decided it was time to get rid of me. No! This is insane! You sound insane! No way they tried to assassinate you! You sound insane! It was over. I was done being useful. Past my expiration date. They staged an accident to try and kill me. They wanted me out of the picture for good. Thalassa helped them. No, this can't be true! After the deed was finished, they hired someone to dispose of me. Had my mentor Polex not discovered me. Well, you get the picture. And then, after it all, she gave you up for adoption, Apollo. She didn't want me, and she didn't want you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Imagine getting told from your own father that your mother didn't want you.
Holy shit.
Dude, if I don't see Apollo bawling, I'm gonna be surprised. This is so much trauma from one trial. Oh my god.
Wait, I just thought of something. You think it happened the same way with Zach?
I don't know.
Because we never. I don't think it was stated once what Thalassa was like before she got shot.
I don't think it matters to this trial, I'm gonna be honest.
I hope not.
Why didn't you pursue legal action? Your son, your attempted murder? You could have brought it all to court. Much like my dear love Thalassa, the accident caused memory loss. I had no memory of who I was, only the knowledge of the tricks that I had tried so hard to steal. With Poe's help, I became Trick Thunder. My past identity was no more. Once I remembered my true name, the world had all but forgotten that Patrick Castor was dead. It wasn't until I heard of Thalassa Grimari's new marriage that I remembered my past life. And by then, I had no way of finding my son. And the woman who betrayed me, well, she was dead, wasn't she? I'm with you, Apollo. I actually can't believe this. This is like actually beyond insane.
Yo. I'm asking this. Whose side are you on?
What do you mean?
Who are you like closest to right now?
What are the options?
Everyone.
You need to give me more options than everyone.
In the trial, damn it.
I'm not sure what are you asking here?
What's your current mental preference?
Apollo.
To people. Okay.
All those years in the orphanage thinking both my parents were dead, but neither one really was? Apollo, if you need to, no. I'm fine. I'm speechless. I never knew.
Wait, actually, this could be a ploy. But Patrick! You don't understand.
What?
What is it to understand? Yo, Von Karma hit a woman. Go to jail. How could you? What Patrick says is correct. Dang, okay. Straight out there. But it is not true that I wished for him to die. I fell in love with him during our time together. When the accident was staged, my baby taken away from me. My heart breaks just to think of it. Apollo. I should have fought them. I should have fought for you. But your Grimari was everything. And if I could go back, save myself from the Grimari clan.
I want to love this moment, but I just know Von Karma is gonna ruin it.
Hey, Von Karma, she's in the background. It's fine. I had a choice, Patrick.
Enough! Let me make one thing very clear, Thalassa. I will never forgive you. And today, justice will be done. The Grimaris chose the path of magic, and the path of magic shall be their undoing. It would seem attempted murder runs in their family after all. And now, Thalassa, the family will pay for those crimes. You will watch as your own daughter be convicted for murdering her own adopted father. Because you lied to her. Because you failed her. And you will watch your son, our son, fail to save her life. Watch your daughter's, when your daughter's verdict is guilty and she rots in prison, the crimes of the Grimari clan will finally be punished. All of the blame will lie on your shoulders, Thalassa. Finally, you will face justice.
That is cold.
Oh my
Oh, that's so
god.
cold.
I, I, like, I plead silence regarding the murder.
You don't plead silence regarding a motive?
Genuine question. Where the hell do we go from here?
True.
I
True.
don't even, I'm not gonna lie, I
Francisca.
don't even remember where we were.
Okay, if there's anything we rely on Francisca on, it's segues. So it's probably Francisca who's gonna go somewhere.
Enjoy the suffering you've caused, Thalassa. 25 years in the making. Well then, I don't even know what to say.
I understand that this is shocking, Your Honor. But the facts of the... Yeah, I'm with you now. Never mind.
On
But the
what?
facts of the case remain unchanged. We're back where we started.
This is clearly...
I understand where you are coming from, Your Honor. But think about it. I'm thinking about slapping the shit out of you. None of the basic facts of the case have changed. I should not be like...
That's ridiculous!
The
Sakatsu just showed a clear animosity for the last Grimare, Trucy, and myself. I'd say that makes him significantly more suspicious! But they're not on my side anymore?
Yeah, to be fair, Castro's speech was very impactful. I'm not too surprised.
The audience will refrain from making comments about the proceedings! But in this one karma, the defense seems to be correct. His arguments regarding potential motive seems even stronger than before.
As it may, Your Honor, my point still stands. There is no evidence that Patrick Castro redrew the chalk lines. There is undeniable evidence that the defendant did so. That is the simple truth of the matter.
I suppose. Listen, Apollo, I know you're going through hell and back right now, but we've gotta... I know. This isn't about me. It's not about me, it's not about karma, and it's about Castor. It's about Trucy. I have to find the truth, and make sure that real justice is done. I won't let you down. If the defense has nothing further, objection.
Objection.
This is far from over, Your Honor. Patrick Castor tried to kill Miss Wright, and he framed Trucy for it. At some point, he really did redraw those chalk lines. He is the real culprit of this crime! I'm surprised they didn't go on a pissy fit on that one. That is quite the bold claim, Mr. Justice. How does the prosecution respond?
The defense has nothing. I have no time for foolish postulating.
Postulation?
The only explanation of this case that makes sense is that the defendant is the guilty party. You have nothing.
Objection!
If you're so confident, Miss Von Karma, then I want to hear your full... No!
Oh!
Right here, right now! If your case really is so perfect, then prove it!
Oh, the tables have turned, and let me... Je suis très fier.
Monsieur Justice?
It's French. Allons-y!
Very well, then. Prosecution, I want you to present your argument in full. Before I declare my verdict, let's hear all the evidence one last time.
Fine, then. I shall lay out my perfect case in full. Yo. And you shall see that there is no other explanation than the defendant's guilt.
Defense? You cannot present any viable alternatives to a theory, then. I understand, Your Honor. Let's do this!
Wait, huh? It better. Oh? Okay. What do you mean? Yeah! None.
Excuse me, you got lines to
My
voice.
case against the defendant is simple. Mr. Miss Jane Hopper removed her choker due to the heat of the theater.
Like, what?
Heat of the theater. Due to that fact, as well as the darkness of the theater, she smudged the chalk lines. The only reason Patrick Castor had the choker was because he grabbed it to give to Spark Brusher. After the rehearsal, the defendant redrew the chalk lines. Patrick Castor photographed her doing so. After this, the defendant went to join the search for the choker. She decided to switch the order of the tricks to more quickly enact her plan of revenge. This is a long argument. That is how the crime occurred.
Oh boy.
That was long. My
Put
God.
that way, this really does sound airtight. 17% rather actually.
Objection!
Sorry, I said yawn mid-sentence. Mr. Castor still lacks an alibi during the period of the rehearsal. The defense maintains he could have moved the chalk lines then.
Objection!
It is correct that Patrick Castor lacks an alibi after the rehearsal. But there is still no evidence that he tampered with the lines.
Yes, and given the photograph of Miss Wright who's drawing them, there doesn't seem to be anything to cast doubt on her guilt.
Shut it.
I sympathize with you, Mr. Justice, but barring any new evidence, I must accept her arguments. Here we go, Apollo. This is our last chance to show that Castor could have done it. If we can't do anything now, then I get the feeling this won't be easy. She's just laid out her entire perfect case against Trucy. I didn't have any smoking guns against Castor before, and that hasn't changed. So I have to find any potential alternatives to her theory. Any alternative to her theory that can cast guilt and suspicion on Castor. That's my only hope for bringing justice for Trucy and Mr. Wright. Alright, time.
Oh, yeah!
Oh.
Yo, mad Turnabout curtain vibes right
Alright, I did see like 3 things I wanted to press. Casing against an simple.
Yeah,
Moved her
that
choker. Yeah, it was pretty hot yesterday, wasn't it?
Yes, it was in the mid-30s
What?
at its peak.
Celsius.
Celsius.
Wait a second. Oh, right.
Actually.
I'm so confused. Change the temperature be in Celsius if we're in America. Be that as it may, wouldn't the AC keep it rather cool? And that we can afford to run AC at the office.
Okay, 35 degrees Celsius is equivalent to 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my god! I can explain this. You can. Remember back in Mr. Castor's second testimony? Explain that the AC was off in the theater. Athena. Oh, I do seem to vaguely recall something like that. Something bothers me about that. About the AC being turned off? Well, imagine for a second that Mr. Castor wanted Jane to remove the choker. When turning off the AC and making it hot in the theater be exactly how to— Ooh. Ooh, let him cook! Let him cook! I suppose that Mr. Castor would have control over the AC. It is his theater after all.
Objection!
And yet we are well aware of the chaos ongoing in the theater. Who's to say that the AC was not powered down due to budget constraints?
It probably would be quite expensive to keep such a large building cool. It seems to me that the theater was running on a tight budget. It's not impossible, Mr. Justice, but I'm not sure it has much ground to stand on. We'll need more than just the theater temperature if I'm going to go anywhere with this theory. But it seems plausible. Fact. Where's the other stamina?
After the
Where is it?
After this.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to press. I want to know more about this.
Back the revenge.
It has always seemed to be bizarre to me. I mean, why draw more suspicion to herself?
Rage causes us to do strange things, Mr. Apollo Justice. Who's to say what was going through her mind as she made the decision?
Actually, what was going through her mind? She's innocent, then why switch the tricks? Hey, Apollo? What is it? What if it was Castor who got her to switch the tricks? But Trucy would have told us if Castor had done that. Well, what if he didn't tell her to switch the tricks, but made her feel like she had to? Your Honor!
Oh.
Yes, what is it? The defense has an alternative theory about the switched order of tricks. What if the real reason that Trucy made the box trick first was because Mr. Castor was putting her under pressure about it? How so? Well, we already know that things in the theater were chaotic. What if Mr. Castor made Trucy think the trick would go wrong? How would he go about doing that? Did he plant the idea within her dreams? Not quite, Your Honor. That, however, is a real concept within psychology. Entirely possible that Castor could make Trucy nervous about the box trick, dropping subtle hints about how dangerous it could be, reordering the tricks, not ever even saying it directly. Plus, given how much Trucy trusted him, it's entirely possible she would trust his judgment. An interesting theory.
Objection!
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Me too. Psychology crap. This sounds more like an idea out of a video game than something real.
More like a movie, but oh well.
The defense is clearly just speculating as to justifications for the client's actions.
Okay, go into more if this theory is going to go anywhere.
Keep dropping, chap. Hold on. What the? That is how the crime occurred. Said no one. BRUH.
Oh my god.
Yeah?
He had the choker so that he knew Jane would mess with the lines.
Huh?
He knew Jane would mess with the lines.
Oh! I can't believe I'm on the ride right now. I've been, like, doing nothing for the past week.
Literally, I'm just doing all the problem solving.
Doing everything, dude.
I have
I would have never connected that.
I have an alternate theory as to why Mr. Castor might have given the choker to Brushel. Well, if it was common knowledge that Jane Harper was likely to fumble without a choker, Mr. Castor himself told us this. Besides, that can attest to Jane having messed up the lines before. How is this time any different? So what if it wasn't the keys that Mr. Castor wanted, but the choker? Are you
implying?
I am. Can someone please fill me in on what's being implied? Well, Your Honor, if Mr. Castor knew about Jane tripping up for her without a choker, and he could have stolen it with the intention of making her fumble the bag, Your Honor. This remains nothing short of an assertion, Mr. Justice.
Justice, you have no proof that Mr. Castor intended such a thing. His reasoning for taking the keys could have been simply to allow Spark Brushel to open up the theater.
She's right. This is definitely progress, but I can't prove anything. I need something further.
Stop halfway. Okay, more arguments. More arguments. Okay, I need to like invade your mind. We have like a hive mind like mentality, right? Let me think.
I just want to see her argument again. It's simple. Due to that fact, as well as the darkness of the. Let me check something here.
Darkness of the theater. Yeah.
Wait!
Oh, wait.
This is further evidence of our theory. Remember page 6? 5? That's not the right thing.
Bruh.
Remember page 6? Castor was manning both booths, causing lighting to be sometimes too dark.
Okay, yeah.
Castor was thinking so far ahead!
Objection!
Yo!
Hold on a sec.
Yo, penalties, penalty-less, any percent?
What is it, Mr. Justice? We know that Miss Harper tripped up in part due to the dark. Remember who happened to be in charge of lighting? Patrick Castor.
This theme is so...
I'm afraid I don't understand what you're implying, Mr. Justice. Lighting was too dark due to Mr. Castor's working both light and sound, correct? Well, yes. That was our assumption, anyway. But what if Mr. Castor knew of his lovely assistant's fear of the dark, and intentionally made the lighting dark enough to make her trip? So now that we have the possibility that Castor intentionally made the lighting dark, as well as stealing the choker in order to force Jane Harper to smudge the chalk lines. Both of those possibilities Zeus relates to forcing Miss Harper to smudge the lines.
Huge revelations. I love this.
Precisely, Your Honor. I don't know about you, but that seems like the perfect means of setting up a murder. I agree! Given both of these arguments, it does seem like a plausible way to set up the crime. Not bad, Apollo. And yet you still forget the most crucial part, Apollo Justice.
I'm sorry, the photograph of the defendant redrawing the chalk lines, which was taken before 603. What does it matter if it was still Tracy Wright who did the evil deed?
I'd say that photograph becomes a lot more suspicious given my theory. It's rather suspicious to me already. That's not really what I meant, Your Honor. That photograph becomes more suspicious because of this. Brush up. Could I just read the photo itself? Wait, what was... Wait, was he trying to show... Could it be because of the green thing? Wait.
No.
Wait!
Remember, that's Lemoire's Bruges, remember? Oh, that's Thalassa's Bruges. I should start calling her Thalassa.
Wait. Hold on. I want to try this. Yeah, okay. Recall that it was... Oh, yeah, that's what I was... Like, yeah, it was... He took it. So, like... Recall that it was Patrick Castor himself who took this photograph.
It was never disclosed when it was
Surely you're
taken.
smarter than this, Mr. Apollo Justice.
Just this? Patrick Castor was working at the lighting and sound. He just so happened to take a photograph of the defendant, and why do I have two different voices? You have absolutely no proof of this being a setup.
But you have to think about it in the context of what we just discussed. If Dr. Castor intended for Jane to smudge the lines, then he absolutely could have been trying to set up Trucy. I have to admit, Mr. Justice poses a believable theory, but it would seem to me to be based entirely on circumstantial evidence. He's right. He had proof for certain that Castor did any of this. In that case...
In that case, we must turn to the Occam's razor, no?
Occam's razor?
Yeah, I have no
Faced with numerous hypothetical situations, one must turn to the one which makes the fewest assumptions. Well, that would have to be the prosecution's theory, yes? Precisely, Your Honor.
Precisely, Your Honor, unless the defense can prove his theory regarding Patrick Castor. Then we are back to square one.
Objection!
Oh, shoot! Not so fast, Von Trauma. I understand that if you break down my theory into its components, it might not be solid enough. But together, I think I have a formidable counter-theory as to how the crime occurred. Let's hear it then, Mr. Justice. Gladly, Your Honor. So, Mr. Castor steals the choker from Miss Harper in order to smudge the chalk lines. To ensure that she takes it off, he makes sure the AC is turned off. Knowing her fear of the dark, he uses the fact that he's in charge of the lighting to make the lighting dark. He pressures Trucy into making her nervous about the trick, leading her to change the order. Then, having her set up, he then takes a photograph of Trucy redrawing the chalk lines. Trucy leaves to go help Jane search for her choker, which he stole in the first place. In her absence, he redraws the chalk lines, thus completing his plan to frame Trucy for attacking Phoenix Wright.
It's right!
Hearing it put that way, it does seem to add up. You have a motive, opportunity, and method, Your Honor. What else could the court need? Proof, but I'm just saying, proof. You've got it, Apollo. Eh? Athena, what's wrong? Look at her, Apollo. She's dancing like a ballerina.
That's what I figured.
Yep. She's unperturbed.
This is the fifth
I have a
time.
feeling I know what she's going to say. Proof!
Objection.
Damn it! I have to be right. All of it fits together perfectly. Given Castor's reaction to Thalassa. Have I missed something? You seem to have stopped your house mid-race, Mr. Justice. I've been on enough horse races to know that's a bad plan.
It's because the defense realizes it too, Your Honor.
Realizes what, exactly? He said it himself. Put together, he has a plausible theory. It's plausible,
Exactly
not
my point, Your Honor.
plausible.
Plausible. It's as it was with every single time the defense has tried to argue against the defendant's guilt.
No.
No.
I was about to say no. What do you mean no?
No. No.
This one, Korma. Surely you can see the merit of the defense's theory.
Objection!
You said it yourself earlier, Your Honor.
Earlier, Your Honor. Where is the proof?
No proof!
What the fuck is happening? What does the defense have beyond circumstantial evidence? Show me one shred of evidence of Patrick Castor doing these things. Show me one piece of evidence proving he redrew the chalk lines. Allow me to reveal something, Your Honor. No such evidence exists. Yeah, we all hate this woman.
I don't know what to say. There's so much evidence that points to Castor. But I don't think I have one thing to prove any of my claims. Oh, what now, Athena? What now? Please speak your mind. I don't get it. How can there be not any proof? It's so obvious that he's guilty. I don't know. Huh? Oh, hi, Castor. Welcome back.
He's back.
Mr. Castor! I was under the impression you were refusing to testify. Oh, yes, Your Honor, I am. I was just wanting to see if the last I was still watching from the gallery. She's in the gallery? I didn't even notice. Castor, you psycho! We know what you did! That's enough, Miss Sykes. I understand you're frustrated, but you can't just scream at insults to let the witness. Yeah, well... Please, Your Honor. Do not be so harsh on the poor girl. She's really struggling with the reality that fated her. Why, Anna? Athena, stop. Why? Don't you see what Castor's doing? He's playing us. He's trying to rile us up to make us look like the real villains here. The creep. You want to get pissed off, so I'll make a fool of myself. I understand your anger. Truly, I do. How tragic it is to admit that you, one of your own, could commit such a terrible act. How hard is it to face justice? You're sick, Castor. You destroyed Trucy's life just for revenge against her mother? That's not justice! So, Castor, we certainly have many questions. Enough of this, Your Honor. I played silence. But do you care to explain why? Frenzy?
Please keep talking.
Me?
Me?
The reason why I cannot be compelled to testify? Surely you can explain to Apollo and company. There is no evidence to indicate any wrongdoing.
There is no evidence to indicate any wrongdoing on your part.
Oh, my bad. There we go.
Internet
Thus you
outage?
cannot be compelled to testify. There is no evidence against Trick Thunder! Except a couple of lying, cheating lawyers. I don't get it! How can he set it all up so no evidence pointed back at him? How could he frame Trucy so perfectly? My name is Patrick Castor, and I am the manager of this fine theater. Magic Guild is facade, manager is real star.
Manager the real star, end quote.
Everything was going all wrong that night. Of course there's no evidence. After all, you're the manager. The one who could plan everything. The only one who could leave no evidence. The one who could commit this crime. So, is that it? No! Mr. Justice's theory. There's nothing? No proof? Seems my son is at a loss for words. Forgive him, Your Honor. It must be so difficult to accept that his sister was a criminal. You monster. It would seem that this trial has come to its conclusion. It would seem like it, Your Honor. You You do an awful lot of talking for someone who's pled silence. Is that so, Your
Exactly.
Honor? I suppose it is just a lot to take in. Besides, I am being baselessly accused of this heinous crime. It's only sensible to plead silence when there's no evidence against you, no?
Objection!
You did this, Castor! That much is clear to anyone with half a brain! It's not nice to accuse your father of murder, Apollo. Oh, I'm gonna...
Yeah, I want to hurt you.
Oh! Do you have anything further to add, Mr. Justice? Could I, Your Honor? He's the manager of Gemini Theater. He knew exactly how to play us all in order to get away with it. You are so harsh, Apollo. Is that really how you want to treat your old man after years of separation? Go to hell, Castor! I'd be lying if I said your behavior today is not unseemly, Mr. Castor. But I'm afraid the defense has exhausted its arguments. As our criticism stands, the decisive evidence is what matters most. The evidence against Miss Trucy Wright remains decisive. Apollo, please, do something! The court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. Oh no. The defense is unable to disprove the prosecution's claim. The court finds the defendant, Miss Trucy Wright. Please. Someone. Oh my god, fuck karma!
Redemption arc?
Fun karma? What is this? The trial is over. Cease this at once.
The trial is not over till the prosecution rests.
This one karma? What do you mean?
I have yet to present my full case against the
What?
defendant. Huh?
What do you mean?
Thus, my case is not yet perfect.
What is the meaning of this? The evidence is decisive. It points to the guilt of...
Until all of the evidence is firmly established, I will not permit this trial to end. The prosecution does not rest, Your Honor.
Very well then. What piece of evidence are you referring to, Miss Von Karma?
There is one piece of evidence in this trial that is not complete.
What?
Mr. Apollo Justice can reveal it for us.
Me?
Unless you would prefer the trial to end now.
I'm fine with it lasting a bit longer. Let's hear it then. I don't know why, but Von Karma is trying to save my case. I'd better not throw away my shot. An incomplete piece of evidence, huh? Well, I think this piece of evidence is incomplete.
I know, I mean, Phoenix and stuff is one of them. We don't know.
Wait, this is preliminary. But that mean, like, not a full... This isn't a full report, right? I think that's what that means.
So you want to try that? Preliminary, denoting an action or event proceeding or done in preparation for something fuller or more important.
So yeah, so it could have been rushed? Well, if any piece of evidence is incomplete. It must be the examination report, right? After all, it's labeled preliminary findings. I just remembered because it usually would say autopsy report, but it says examination report, so like...
Right. Well, it's because he's not dead.
You are correct,
You
Apollo
are correct,
Justice.
Apollo Justice. I will not permit this trial to end until we have seen the updated autopsy report.
Objection! Haven't you heard? Did Gumfuck not tell you?
Big salary cutting noises.
Or else it's not a perfect trial. I see. Slander, Your Honor! I am being unfairly targeted! If the prosecution believes we will see the updated autopsy report, then this trial will continue! Miss Von Karma, you are to have this autopsy report finished and sent to us immediately. Until then, oh my god, finally! Until then, this court will be on recess.
How slow is the goddamn forensics department? Emma,
Oh, hi, Phil.
there he is!
Detective,
I
did
knew
the
we'd see
updated
more of
examination report? I do, Your Honor. I've been preparing it for some time now.
I don't think that's
I feared that the preliminary report may not provide all the answers for the court, and I did not wish for an injustice to be done. Eh? What happened to justice is just a set of codes and conducts. You, Mr. Apollo Justice. But what about me? Yesterday, you and your friend came to me for help. So passionate, so filled with vigor. Today, as I watched you fight it out in court, only to be limited in time and time again, you simply kept on pushing, Mr. Apollo Justice. You made me realize something. I realize that just because the justice system may be broken, that does not mean that I must be broken too. Detective Fell, he broke his monotone. You want to fight to make the justice system better? I do. And that's why I present the updated examination report.
Objection!
Updated examination report. As swift as this discussion has been, my patient wears thin. What does the updated examination report reveal, Detective?
When I complete further internal examination of the victim, his bloodshot eyes can be attributed to blood pooling in the head. Toxicology report indicated high levels of CO2 in the blood.
Whoa!
What? Was he drugged? We believe this resulted from inhibited breathing on the. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
On the part of the victim.
So he suffocated himself.
Finally, we believe the lack of cries for help resulted from the sounds of the buzzsaw. That is the conclusion of my report, Your Honor. Thank you, your detective.
I'm
You're
surprised this case's proceedings doesn't involve, like exposing the secret of the saw trick. Wouldn't that be a major event in the
I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious how it works, and I'm pretty sure they actually did explain it.
I don't remember then.
Alright. Alright. Now what, though? That is all,
Your Honor.
Well, now what? You may end this trial now.
What?
Wait! It can't be over yet!
You may end this trial now.
Well, none of those updates seem to stand out in particular, nor do they change any of the basic facts of the case. Mr. Justice, your thoughts? I just got a lifeline! I can't throw it away now! Your Honor, the defense believes this update provides crucial new information. Information that could change the entire case. The defense is grasping, Your Honor. He has nothing.
He has nothing.
Objection!
We just learned several things about the state of the victim when the crime occurred. I definitely have something. Wait. Let's hear it then. Which of the changes to the examination reports do you believe changed the case? If I'm going to prove that Castor did it, then this is my best shot at doing so. Could one of these new updates reveal something? This is the part of the updated examination report I believe changes the case. Hey, wait, hold on a second.
On to the bottom too.
No.
What?
Why would there be blood at his head? Why would there be blood pooling out in the head?
Oh wait, yeah. That would only be possible if he was tilted down.
Which I mean, I guess he was, but that's still really weird.
So either his head would be tilting down, he'd be screaming because something was covering his mouth or in his mouth.
So it's either this one or this one.
Or high levels of CO2. What would cause high levels of CO2? Let me search this up real quick. What would cause high levels of CO2 in the bloodstream? Heartbreak happening when you have high levels of carbon in blocks of blood. Carbon dioxide is a waste product.
Waste?
Wait.
What? There doesn't seem to be any good explanation for the CO2 in his bloodstream.
Objection!
Yeah, absolutely not.
The only reasonable explanation is that the victim's breathing was inhibited. That is how it
access of carbon dioxide is best explained.
Objection!
That's what I figured, yeah. When you don't breathe a lot.
Maybe so, but why would Mr. Wright's breathing have been inhibited? You don't have any explanation as to why. Perhaps.
Perhaps, but there is a myriad of possible explanations. Why does it matter, Apollo Justice? If there's not an explanation that changes this case, then why should we discuss it? You must realize there's been like no whipping at all.
Maybe a mystery, but I fail to see how it's relevant to this case. Unless you have other thoughts, Mr. Justice? Could Mr. Wright's inhibited breathing be relevant? Maybe there's some explanation I could provide that could lead to some answers?
Oh. And so inhibited...
Your
so
Honor, regarding the inhibited breathing, the defense has...
Okay, so in order for his breathing to be inhibited, he had to have been holding in carbon dioxide in his lungs. Not his lungs, like he must have been holding his breath. Why would he be holding his breath though? Blood to the head means he'd be tilted down. Or his head would be tilted. Yeah, he'd be like upside down, kind of, but.
I'm just gonna say there's an explanation. The defense can explain why the victim's breathing was inhibited. And is it relevant to the case? Yes, Your Honor. I hope so, anyway.
Bruh.
Do we have any evidence to explain why boss can breathe? Maybe. It's worth a shot, at least. Here's my explanation as to why the victim's breathing was so inhibited.
The breathing was so inhibited. Wait.
Wait, the only...
Oh, wait.
What?
Wait, so we were back to square one, right? That means the box was, in fact... So the box was unlocked.
Oh my god.
There was no oxygen in the box! There's no oxygen in the box!
Oh my god. Well, recall that Mr. Wright was in the box for the trick. He's not exactly small. He's taller than me, at least. But when me and Athena were modeling the trick, even I found it cramped and hard to breathe. So if Mr. Wright was upside down in the box... What's got her so riled up? Miss Huddy Karma, what's wrong? You fool!
Fool!
What? The body?
The body! It was right side up, you fool! Okay. Yeah?
No, that doesn't make sense.
Oh,
No, that's impossible. Look at the saw. Where was it?
I guess
Wait, that's not right. That's impossible.
Yeah, Wait a minute. Okay. There goes my glory moment of the...
What? What do you mean? The victim was the feet in the trick. How could you neither of you realize this?
If you realize this, defendant, please explain the trick to these fools.
Polly! Percy, is this true? Was there right side up in the box?
It's true! If Daddy had been upside down for the whole trick, he'd have fallen unconscious.
When Athena and I were testing out the box, we just assumed that the bottom half person would be upside down. Wait, but how would that work? This makes no sense.
Right.
In the show recorder, we can see clearly Mr. Wright's feet. Daddy wore the shoes on his...
Daddy wore the shoes on his hands!
Wait, so he lost his arm? Wait, so what did he lose then? His legs? I'm so confused.
Otherwise, the trick would have never been able to work.
Objection!
But wait a minute. Mr. Wright being upside down would explain the anomalies. Anomalies? Plural? Yes, Your Honor. In the examination report. It serves to explain him breathing. But being upside down would also cause the blood pool to his head. Both issues would be explained if Mr. Wright was upside down.
Your line of logic is ridiculously faulty, Apollo Justice. The defendant herself explained that the victim was not upside down on the box.
No, she didn't.
Then explain the blood in his head. There's no other way.
Also, that's not what she said. She just merely said he should have been upside down. But how else do you explain the breathing and the blood pooling? It's the only sensible explanation. Trucy, are you absolutely sure that Mr. Wright was never upside down? I am. The only way the trick would work.
The only way the trick would work is if he was right side up.
Why wouldn't it work, though?
But it didn't work. But it didn't work.
Damn it! It makes so much sense! Mr. Justice, do you withdraw your argument that Mr. Wright was upside down? I was also confused, but if the body was found right side up, is it really impossible the body was upside down? What should I do? Oh no, I'm sticking to my theory.
Oh my god!
The body must have been upside down! It's the only way! You are a fool, Apollo Justice.
Fool, Apollo Justice. The body was found right side up.
But it was simply moved!
The defendant stated it was supposed to be right side up. She even testified that it would be impossible for the victim to have been upside down.
Yeah, right. I'll admit I don't really have anything to counter that. I'm afraid I must penalize you, Mr. What? Uh-oh. I better think of something. Quick, will defense anything further? Your Honor, I think that the victim must have been... Wait.
I was thinking that. Maybe he was right side up during rehearsal, but then somehow got upside down when it actually came for the actual trick.
Well, he must have been... Hold on a second. What seems to be the matter? Oh, we know that Mr. Wright was right side up in the box. That's what Trucy testified, and it's how he was found.
Objection!
Oh wait. What is
But that doesn't mean he was right side up the whole time.
Whole time? Well, what do you mean?
Your Honor, the result is that the victim was both right side up and upside down in the box. Ugh. Mr. Justice, are you alleging that as long as the box was closed, that the victim must have silently... Not quite, Your Honor. What I am alleging is that Mr. Wright was upside down in the box at some point yesterday. Impossible!
Impossible! When would the victim have been upside down if he was discovered right side up?
There's only one time frame that the victim could have been upside down. Oh, at what point could the victim have been upside down in the box? At the end of rehearsal!
The game wouldn't be like this. Upside down in the box. Probably rehearsal ending.
Yeah. According to the Trucy, Mr. Wright had been right side up for the trick. That eliminates it being before or during the rehearsal. And since that body was found right side up after the show, there's only one time span he could have been upside down. Between the rehearsal and the show. So at some point in between the rehearsal and the show, Mr. Wright was switched positions? Yes, Your Honor. That's why his breathing was inhibited and the blood pooled to his head. The victim must have switched...
The victim must have switched back to being right side up before the show began.
Unless he was already gone by the time the incident occurred.
Yep. He must have switched and got back up right when he fainted. So why would those two things not have reversed themselves after he righted it himself?
She's got a point.
Righted.
What evidence do I have to suggest why Mr. Righting himself wouldn't fix those issues? So, can you explain yourself? There must be some explanation. This piece of evidence explains why the blood was still pooled and there was still CO2 in the bloodstream. It's gotta be this.
Yep.
Wait, it doesn't say at 7:14, it just says at the time of the incident!
Yep.
Recall the time of the incident! What about it? The victim was struck at 7:14 p.m., which was only 14 minutes into the show. Mr. Wright was righted just before the show began, and his blood might have never had time to go back to normal. I see. Wait point out this proof. Prove it to me that the victim was ever upside down in the box. I'm not sure there is any. After all, if the blow was discovered right side up. Trucy? Miss Wright? You have something to add? Yes, Your Honor. If Polly is
I
right.
think that there's definitely evidence of Daddy being upside down.
But how? We know he must have only been upside down for a brief period.
I don't know why Daddy would have gotten in the box upside down. But if he really did, then he'd have put his shoes back on his feet.
We're right. He died before 7. Well, he got. Oh my god. Oh my god. Something. Alright. Here, there's no doubt the next episode will be the finale. However, we're almost at an hour, so we will have to end it here. Okay. Next week, Wednesday, 3 p.m. EST. This episode is one you do not want to miss. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for more, and we will be seeing you next episode for the finale of the Turnabout called Justice.